What's up? IAMOBG for tastingskills.com. Welcome back to another video. All right, so today I'm talking about Mikkeller Beers. This is part 2 of 4 parts that I'm doing on Mikkeller since I was able to acquire 22 different beers from them. There is 5 cans to start out in part 1. And in this one, we're gonna see 4 different beers. Now, I suggest that you go right away and check out the first part just so you get a better understanding of the history, the brewery, who they are, and what they actually do. But let's jump right into these 4 cans, starting with, of course, the Mikkeller Raspberry Blush. This is a Berlin-style Weezer beer brewed with raspberry and coffee, and this has an ABV of 4%. Then we have the Mikkeller Passion Fruit. This is a Goose-style ale with passion fruit and sea salt. This has an ABV of 5%. Then we have the Mikkeller Catalina Bin Mixer. This is a strong ale brewed with Petite Sirah, grape juice, Merlot grape juice, and blackberries. This has an ABV of 8.5%. And finally, we have the Mikkeller Beer Geek Vanilla Shake. This is an imperial stout with coffee and vanilla, and this has a whopping 12% ABV. Now, let's talk packaging. Like I said in part 1, the packaging is just insane on these beers. I love the design on them, the color scheme, and just the little figurines. They're just insane. Like I said last time, I'm just in love with the packaging. You really can't beat this. They have defined their image so well. But let's talk about what they actually taste. But before that, do you want to taste like a pro? Head over to tastingskills.com, put your name and email into the magical yellow box, and I will send you my free 17-page guide to the fundamentals of tasting. But only that, if you want to get a nice sober hat or a sexy sober t-shirt, once you've put those things in your cart at tastingskills.com, put the promo code IAMOBG and shipping will be free because it's on me. All right, now let's jump in these beautiful beers. We're going to start with, of course, the Mikkeller Raspberry Blush. On the color, light orange to pink, like a guava color. On the nose, raspberry attack that gives you layers of complex tropical fruit like guava and even some hints of jalapeno and serrano peppers that turns into these red berries like strawberry, currant, blackberry, melon that fills the room. This nose expands and keeps on giving on the mouthfeel all acidity as it delivers the layers of the raspberries, but not in a sweet delivery. This is well balanced and the acidity just drives everything since the alcohol on here is only 4%. It's not overpowering and the length on here is beautiful as it keeps on delivering this never-ending finish. This raspberry blush was amazing. This, again, is a session beer. Low in alcohol, only 4% ABV. The fruitiness on here was insane. The acidity just drove everything in endless layer. And yet, it wasn't sweet, which I really love. A lot of times when you get these fruit beers, they're just over sweet, overpowering, and the acidity is out of whack. This had a beautiful balance. All right, let's move on to the Passion Pool light orange color. On the nose, all passion fruit and pineapple, oranges, tangerines. This has an intense nose. I'm looking for more fruit, but it just delivers this bliss of passion fruit and pineapple into a complex layers. On the mouthfeel, thick layers of passion fruit that turn into pineapple, honey, roasted oat that is driven by this beautiful acidity that just drives, once again, everything. The low alcohol level, like the previous one, is at a perfect point since this has more sweet layers, as you should expect, since passion fruit is sweeter than the previous raspberry one. The length is endless and oh my god, this is so good. The balance on here for the acidity versus the sweetness. Yes, it was a little sweeter, but I mean, passion fruit is usually thicker and just has more viscosity. This had never-ending layers of sweet delicacy, like in a confusing way, because the acidity just kept on delivering all of these beautiful fruits. I'm absolutely in love with this Passion Pool. This beer was just insane. And once again, 5% ABV, you can drink a bunch of them. I mean, I could probably do 2 or 3, but after that, I would have to switch it up. It is insanely good. All right, let's jump into the Catalina Bin Mixer. Dark pink to red on the color. On the nose, oh my, what a complex nose as it delivers everything that this beer is. You get the Petite Sirah, the Merlot, and the blackberries that all show themselves as individual characters. The grape juice is very present as it exposes layers of the Merlot and the Petit Syrah. On the mouthfeel, the strong ale is there and it delivers the layers of the grape juice. The blackberries as the acidity comes around to push some nice length and complexity. This is once again light but yet very complex. Oh my god, this beer was just mind-blowing. I've never had any beer before with Petit Syrah and Merlot, and on top of it they added blackberries to it. They are pushing the limits of what is capable. I mean, they do call it the Catalina bin mixer for a reason. It's pretty much everything that they could find. This was so insane. The layers on here, the complexity. I mean, I'm a sommelier by trade, and so I know right away when I'm tasting Merlot or I'm tasting Petit Syrah, but having all of these in here, that was just insanity. This is such a solid beer, and the 8.5% alcohol really didn't show itself between all the complex layers, and the finish was just endless. Again, this is a mind blower. All right, let's finish with the Beer Geek Vanilla Shake. On the color, pure black with light brown rim. On the nose, the moment I remove the glass lid, it just fills the room. And the vanilla just comes out before you can even bring it to your nose. On the nose, you get this powerful vanilla, but once you get past that, you get the classic imperial stout of coffee, almonds, chocolate, and milk chocolate. Not to forget the dark one, mixed all together in some serious, powerful nose. On the mouthfeel, just all power, as the vanilla quickly gives you layers of complex darkness between the coffee, the chocolate, that just pushes endless layers of this craziness. Since this is 12% alcohol, and you can barely feel it. As you taste it multiple times, it just has this beautiful finish that is lengthy. This was so lengthy. Fuck. This was good. I mean, this falls kind of in the realm of dessert beer. You could probably have 1, 2 max. That's about it for me. The high alcohol really didn't show, like I said, but the layers on here were just stunning. This was just insanity. This was so good. Oh my god. You gotta find this one. All right, let's do a quick recap so you can find out what you should buy, pass, or if you should collect any of them. And of course, we're gonna start with the Raspberry Blush. The Raspberry Blush was an absolute buy. This is so good, and this is a session beer. You can have a few. This was just so good. So of course, it's a buy. Then we have the Passion Fruit. The Passion Pool was delightful. I'm so impressed by this beer. The length, the fruitiness, the layers were just endless. This is an absolute buy. Then we have the Catalina Mixer. This was insanity. If you're into wine, you've got to try this beer. This beer is just out of control. Now, this is a buy, and it could even be a collector's beer. Why do I say that? Well, the shelf life will not be super long, but you should buy as much as you can of that. It was just mind-blowing. And finally, we have the Beer Geek. The Beer Geek was just insane. This is a buy, of course. The link on here was just out of control. I'm absolutely in love with that beer. All right, that's gonna do it for me. IAMOBG for tastingskills.com. Please remember to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Go down there, click the bell so you could get the notification on the part 3 of this 4-part video. Once again, my friend, please remember, stay sober. Peace.